Have you ever wondered how much students in CFS IIUM Gambang spend weekly on their foods? As we know, students in general set a certain budget for a specific period of time, whether weekly or monthly. Budgets are usually allocated for supplies, stationeries, and also food. In CFS IIUM Gambang, there are also a lot of accommodation, such as the variety of cafes. But lately, we often hear complaints about their satisfaction levels and on the quality and price of foods provided in the campus. So today, we are going to look at how much they spend in a week on food, their level of satisfaction, and how would they rate the quality of food here. We have gathered a sample of 64 students, 34 of which is male and 30 of them is female, and we used convenience sampling method to gather the data, providing them with both qualitative and quantitative type question. Moving on.
So let's move to the first data analysis, which is how much students spend at cafes in CFS IIUM Gambang in a week. From a survey conducted among 65 students, the data collected are shown here. So, from this raw data, we use this formula to calculate class weight of our main data. So, let's move to the grouped frequency distribution here. The data is grouped in a table and analyzed to find its class boundary, F, CF, midpoint, Fx and Fx squared. Using the data obtained from the table, we can calculate the mean, mode, median, and standard deviation of the data involved in this study. So based on the raw data and the table provided, we constructed a histogram that aids to visualize the data. So from the histogram, we can see that the class with the highest frequency is between 50 ringgit 50 cents to 75 ringgit 50 cents from 28 students. We can also see that between 150 ringgit 50 cents until 225 ringgit 50 cents, there are zero number of respondents.
Next, let's look into the second graph. As you can see, on our survey, we have asked students about their satisfaction about the quality of food provided in CFS IIUM cafes. From 65 respondents, 25 out of them vote 8 out of the 10, making it the highest respondents. This means that the food provided are very good and satisfy their craving, despite facing some minor problems. This is followed by 7 with 15 students, 6 with 12 students, and 5 with 4 students. The ratings 10 and 9 gets 2 and 3 students respectively. On the other hand, we can see that some respondents decided to rate 2, 3, and 4, which is extremely dissatisfied, very poor, and poor. Maybe because of the customer service of the food workers towards students or some slight problems on the food. For instance, overcooked and half-cooked, or maybe took longer time.
The bar chart highlights some of the key factors influencing the cafe choices of students at CFS IIUM Gambang. 53 people has chosen price as their key factor, making price the most significant factor as opposed to the rest. This is closely followed by food quality at 48 people, whereas menu variety and cleanliness also play a notable role, reaching around 30 people each, while service speed proved to be of moderate importance at 7. Location, however, matters to some extent, but aspects like peacefulness and limited options have minimal influence on the students. Visiting cafes are a regular part of campus life. Students who visit cafes are likely driven by practical and essential considerations like price and quality. In conclusion, the main factors influencing the cafe choices of students are affordability and food quality, indicating that students prioritize value and dining satisfaction in their regular cafe visits.
This is the horizontal bar for food variety that students would like to see more in the CFS IIUM Gambang cafes. 41 students choose to see more local Malaysian food, which is the most requested, while only one student requests Eastern food and Kelantanese breakfast to be seen more in the CFS IIUM Gambang cafes. Moving on with the student opinion with the prices of food, 32 students choose to be neutral for this question, while 24 students think that the price is fair for the quality provided. However, 6 students really think that the price is unreasonable for the quality provided, meanwhile one student shares that the price offered by Brunei Cafe is unreasonable, and the others shares the Western option is too much for the students here.
In conclusion, we can see that on average, the students spend around 71 ringgit and 59 cents weekly, and more than half of the students spend over 67 ringgit and 46 cents every week. But due to the data being widely spread, this study has a high level of variability, with margin of error between 32 ringgit and 19 cents. So we hope that this study can be used to improve the food quality in the campus. Thank you and wassalam.